Regular guys challenge pros and get absolutely destroyed. Ever wondered what disaster occurs when a regular person, just like you and me, decides to flex his muscles at the gym for a month and then dreams of taking on a professionally trained fighter? Spoiler alert, nothing good comes out of it. Today's video is a masterpiece, a must-watch for all you brave souls out there who mistakenly believe you're the next Bruce Lee. Apparently, these newbies missed the point that expertise takes years of training and some legit competitions. We're willing to bet that most of you sensible folks already know better than to challenge a pro, but just for entertainment, let's dive into this video. And remember, stay tuned till the end. It's a wild ride. It's time for the ultimate showdown between a self-proclaimed kung fu master and a towering professional boxer. In one corner, we've got the short master armed with questionable kung fu skills and a belief that getting cozy in the opponent's chest is the winning strategy. Spoiler alert, big mistake. Our boxer buddy, on the other hand, generously lets the little master dash around for a bit before unleashing several uppercuts and body punches that turn the kung fu dreams into a quick reality check. Blink and you might miss it. The master crumbles faster than a house of cards in a windstorm. Cue the knockout, and it's game over. Stick around, folks. You never know when the next circus act might roll into town. Meet our daring street warrior, a self-proclaimed master of chaos who decided to take on a Muay Thai maestro, renowned for dishing out pain like it's going out of style. You know, just your everyday genius moves. It's like trying to outsmart a chess grandmaster with a game of tic-tac-toe. Our street genius brought nothing but a backpack full of foolishness to the showdown. Watch as he stumbles through the ring, attempting to dance with the ferocious leg kicks and lightning-fast punches of the Muay Thai guru. Spoiler alert, it's not a pretty sight. Our street guy finds peace in the ropes, desperately clinging on as if they were the last life buoy on his sinking ship. And oh, the head defense? Yeah, that didn't do much either. In the end, it's a symphony of pain orchestrated by the Muay Thai maestro, leaving our street prodigy looking for mercy. It's almost poetic how bravery and sheer lack of common sense can collide in a spectacle of epic proportions. A word of advice, next time, maybe stick to something safer, like knitting. Respecting your elders and coaches is apparently a skill not everyone has mastered. Let me spin you a yarn about a young, shirtless hotshot who thought he could conquer the world with his MMA talent. This guy, without a hint of modesty, shoots a text to Coach Mercedes, challenging him to a spar session. Bold move, right? Our shirtless hero claims he's been a boxing maestro for years, ready to wipe the floor with any gym boxer. Coach Mercedes, not one to back down from a challenge, invites him over. The gym becomes a battleground as the young gun warms up and taunts the amateur boxers. Coach Mercedes, no fan of bullying, throws on his 20-ounce gloves, intentionally choosing not to scare the overconfident lad. But guess what? Reality hits harder than any punch. The young bragger struggles against a pro defense, getting a taste of humility. Despite the coach's calm moves, the rookie still takes a few heavy hits. Lesson learned? Bragging rights don't equal boxing might. So next time, wannabe MMA and boxing fighters, take a cue from our shirtless friend's humbling experience and maybe, just maybe, let your skills do the talking. So a bunch of youngsters thought it would be a brilliant idea to throw down the gauntlet at UFC champ Miesha Tate. They claim it was all in good fun, like some friendly sparring session. Supposedly they had mad respect for her and it was just for kicks and giggles. But let me tell you, watching these kids turn as red as tomatoes while Miesha puts them in a chokehold is downright side-splitting. It's almost like they were attempting to teach us the art of challenging a woman to fight. Note to self, if she's a pro fighter, you better bring your A game and show some respect, or you'll be left apologizing with your ego totally shattered. A keyboard warrior made his way into the gym, all pumped up to flex those internet muscles. Classic move, right? Well, this time it turned into a spectacular failure. Mr. No Shirt decided to take on one of the gym buffs he'd been dissing online. Little did he know, the real world hits harder than the virtual playground he's used to. Look at this dude, a bit on the chunky side and can't even throw a punch properly. What was he thinking, challenging someone other than a trash bag? No surprise he ended up on the floor, probably questioning his life choices. Lesson learned, While words can sting, nothing beats a good old punch in the face. Think you can overpower a professional fighter just because you've hit the gym a few times? Well, think again. In this clip, a pumped-up dude decides to take on a trained boxer. The beefed-up guy sporting red is all about muscles, while the other dude's the real deal in boxing skills. As the bell rings, the muscle man throws some mean punches. But here's the twist. He can't break through the boxer's defense. Every attack is expertly countered. While Mr. Muscle's busy with his offensive moves, he forgets about the whole defending thing. Slowly but surely, his hands find their way back to his head, leaving him wide open. The boxer seizes the moment, and bam! The muscle-bound challenger hits the canvas. Lesson learned. Throwing punches is one thing, but if you can't defend, you're in for a rough time. Maybe, just maybe, if our muscle-bound friend had some proper training, things could have turned out differently. Taking on regular boxers might be fine and dandy. After all, if they're skilled, they might let you off the hook with minimal damage. But rushing into the world of Muay Thai, well, that's a whole different ballgame, my friend. These folks aren't just about fists. They've got elbows, kicks, and knees in their deadly arsenal. Our brave challenger, Mr. Safety in Blue, thinks he's got it all under control. Safety's on, but little did he know it wouldn't shield him from the storm of brutal kicks and punches. The match kicks off, and our hero, true to form, launches into a frenzy of punches and grapples, but reality hits him hard. He's clueless about defense or any other tactical moves. Round 2, and our regular guy's practically begging to call it quits. The onslaught of punches and head-high kicks is just too much to handle. Cornered against the ropes, he braces for the final onslaught. The Muay Thai maestro showed no mercy. Ever wondered what you'd do if you found yourself sparring with a professional MMA fighter? Well, here's a clip of what not to do. A guy in orange steps into the ring against the MMA maestro Uriah Hall. What starts as a friendly sparring session takes a wild turn when Mr. Orange decides he's got what it takes to take down the UFC fighter. Hall, being the nice guy, is just tapping along, trying not to unleash the beast, but our friend in orange has grand plans. When the playtime's over, he throws a kick straight into his own face. Yes, you heard it right. The sweet sound of a self-inflicted face kick. Predictably, Hall loses his cool and finishes the match with a deadly cross kick to the body. As our orange-clad hero sits on the mat nursing his self-induced pain, legend says he's never dared to spar with another MMA fighter again. Imagine a regular dude challenging a seasoned pro. Now, I get it. When you're up against someone who's seen more birthdays than you've seen action movies, you better bring your A game, right? So this genius decides to take on an old ex-boxer. Can you guess what happens next? Prepare to be amazed. Or maybe horrified? This wasn't your typical friendly sparring session. It was more like a life-or-death showdown. The young gun was no amateur, sure, but facing the elder warrior? Big mistake. They exchanged some quick punches and tried to outsmart each other, but the older guy cranked it up a notch. He dished out a masterclass, a real schooling. This young fella lost his counterattack mojo, couldn't keep up, and found himself in deep trouble. Lesson learned the hard way. The match finally ended, and let me tell you, that older dude had energy for days and a fighting IQ that put the young buck to shame. Ever wondered about the fine line between a great street brawler and a half-decent martial artist? Well, it's like comparing day and night. In the chaotic world of street fights, it usually boils down to who's less terrible at throwing punches. Meet Lorenzo Trevino, the undefeated martial artist and sharp-witted boxer from Indiana. Lorenzo, tired of being challenged by a self-proclaimed street fighting champ and his girlfriend, decided enough was enough. Following the wise counsel of any coach, he shifted the battleground to the gym, a controlled environment, way safer, and where the risk of breaking any laws is considerably reduced. Lorenzo's the guy in the gray sweatpants. His precision punches found their mark effortlessly, taking down the Street Fighter's guard with ease. The Street Fighter's technique, completely useless. His chin was up, his shots lacked any accuracy, and he was prone to stumble with every attempted punch. Lorenzo, on the other hand, displayed some serious sharp hands and footwork that could rival a matador. He even switched to Khabib mode, landing heavy shots to the head and ripping the body with finesse. Sure, the Street Fighter showed some competition, lasting longer than your average untrained tough guy, but as Lorenzo proved, toughness doesn't guarantee victory. The Street Fighter learned this lesson the hard way, tasting defeat courtesy of an overhand right. Did he finally grasp the distinction between street bravado and true fighting skill? Well, you be the judge. Outside the Comedy Store in Los Angeles, Joe Rogan found himself in a discussion that took an unexpected turn into physical territory. Rogan was passionately diving into immigration laws with a fellow attendee, while a green sweater dude seemingly in his own THC-induced universe stood between them. As the debate heats up, so does the tension, and words start to cut like a stand-up comedy roast. Rogan, convinced the guy's knowledge is on vacation, doesn't hold back in letting him know. The guy on the right, during nervous laughter, earns the title of Crazy from Rogan. Things took a chokehold twist when the dude touched Rogan against the warning. A choke later, Rogan gets the last laugh. Literally. Post-choke, the guy claims the near-sleep experience was thrilling. So yeah, he might be a bit more than your average stand-up audience member. As we wrap up today's video, we are totally on the edge of our seats waiting for your thoughts and feedback on today's video. Seriously, your opinion's like gold to us, so don't be shy. Drop your 2 cents in the comments section below. And if you got a kick out of this video, we'd be over the moon if you could toss us a thumbs up. Also, consider hitting that subscribe button to join our club and stay in the know about our freshest content. And if you reckon our video's great, spread the love and share this video with your friends. And for the ultimate fan experience, don't forget to ring that bell icon so you never miss our next video. Till then, stick around. Take care.